invite Mr. Surya Bose to talk about German engineers. So we were listening a lot from Mr. Poonachi about the Indian engineers. So now I would say Mr. Bose would talk about the German engineers. So Mr. Bose was born in 1949 in Calcutta. He is grandson of Mr. Sarat Chandra Bose, elder brother of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He moved to Germany in 1972 and joined the research laboratory of Siemens in Erlangen. Over the years, he has worked for several esteemed organizations in Germany and Austria. He was a member of the team that developed a magnetic levitation train, which now runs in Shanghai. In 1989, Surya set up his own consultancy firm, Bose Information Technology in Hamburg. He is founder and a member of various professional and cultural organizations in Austria, Germany, UK, and USA. He has led several SME delegations from Germany as well as the European Union to India. He is at present the president of Indo-German Association that we call Deutsche Indische Gesellschaft in Hamburg. Mr. Surya, stage yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Dr. Sagar, Mr. Dhingra has evidently left. Distinguished participants, it's an illustrious gathering of experts, and it is difficult for me to speak to such illustrious audience. Well, I'm a physicist, but I've had a lot of interaction with engineers. As Dr. Sagar had mentioned, I was in the research laboratory of Siemens in Erlangen when we built the maglev, the magnetic levitation train, which Germany, of course, we have an experimental version here, but Germany gifted it to China and it runs in Shanghai. Very unfortunate, but we had to interact with MAN in Augsburg, the engineering setup, which built the train. We did the design part, those are the physicists, and you'll probably be interested to know the head of the physics division, which I was a member of, I was the youngest one, was Dr. Urankar, an Indian who had studied in Munich and then became the leader of this maglev project. So it's an interesting thing. Now, I would think that Professor Juhre would be the better person to talk about German engineers because he is in that profession. But I will mention a few things like the quality of German engineering. In 1973, I bought a Grundig, at that time it was still German production, Grundig tape recorder. And you wouldn't believe it, it still runs. It is in India and it still runs, which is very difficult to say about any other country's engineering in recent past. I mean, the quality was absolutely superb. So that is one thing where I think Japan picked it up very much to maintain certain high quality precision engineering, which India is definitely on its way to do. And in recent times, we have done a lot of work in that area. Now, as far as German education is, engineering, I believe there are quite a few speakers here who are going to talk about it specifically, so I wouldn't go into it. But the dual studies, theory, practice, experience is very important. And I mean, those who study engineering in Germany have a very close connection with the industry, which is not the case in India. As of now, it's still in the process of growing. But in Germany, it has always been the case that the university or the engineering institutions were very closely connected with the industry. So all engineering students could get that exposure. So that was very important. Now, of course, when you talk of automobiles, you talk of ships, you talk of submarines, you talk of aircraft. Germany has been one of the leading countries in engineering. Now, I don't have to talk about it, but it just struck me. One of the German submarines, the U-180, took Subhash Chandra Bose from Germany to Southeast Asia to fight for India's freedom. And we are an independent country today because of the Indian National Army and his leadership. Now, I don't know whether people know the Aeronautical Engineering Institute in Hindustan Aeronautics in Bangalore was built, and I mean with the help of a German engineer, Kurt Tank. A lot of people forget that, but it is German engineering or engineer who helped build a lot of 𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗃. I mean, one of the steel industries in India is again with German aid. There's a lot of Indo-German exchange in this area. So on a lighter note, I don't know, I mean, all the music enthusiasts, MP3 was invented in Germany, as quite a few other things in this area. And especially Indo-German joint ventures in the area of engineering, of course, Tatas did it with the trucks to start with. Of course, now there's a lot more interaction. So I would leave it to the experts in engineering to go into the German engineers as well as the education system in this country. I'm there for any other questions if necessary. Wish all of you a very successful discussion, and all thanks to Visvesvaraya, after whom the Engineers' Day was instituted. So thank you all of you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Surya, for